Alright, all about volume. So, um, yeah, like I hear NBA talking about it and the trainers talking about it a bit, but, I, you know, I haven't seen too much. I haven't seen too much information on volume. To be honest, a lot of people say, oh, like when they say low volume, high volume. How do you know what's low volume? How do you know what's high volume? But volume represents the number of contracts or shares of a security traded between buyers and sellers in a given period or candle. So in a given candle, so that bar corresponds to that candle. Trading in stocks, the volume is represented by the number of shares that we're trading, or the futures and options market. Then the volume is based on how many contracts were traded. So if we trade the futures markets, the petrol futures, we're trading the contract, not the actual asset. So we're pretty much we're betting on the asset to go up or down. Really, that's what a contract is, because you don't actually own the physical asset. But if you do coin M futures, then obviously, yeah, you do own the physical asset. So what can we see here? Well, let's say volume. Where it sort of spikes out of the moving average, that'd be considered large volume. You got a high volume sell off, and you got a large buy, a bullish engulfing there. So where it says that, yep, we're pretty much saying that this is an acceptable price, right? Followed by some more bullish momentum, but look at that, the candle is really, really small there, even though so the buyers and sellers in this was huge. Opened here and it closed there. It went up here, but it closed in the lower half of that candle of this of the amount of volume that's happened. So the buying and selling pressure was clearly still evident, even though we had a massive sell-off here, and the volume was breaking the moving average of the volume bars. So the other thing that I've got here is on balance volume. So you can, right, what now, uh, Frank Watkins, really good. He's a seven-figure trader. He's $1 million trader. Trades very big, very very big profile. And his thing was, if you said, I'll give you one tip, and he's like, if this is the one thing that you can master this. So you got to look for that consolidation in OBV. So consolidation here, right? You've got consolidation of price action here. So that's consolidating in this box here, right? Obviously, we can utilize our market structure. So we've got sort of support there, resistance there, high, equal high, probably high there, equal high. Yep, just so it's pretty accurate OBV on this particular thing, because I'm pretty sure TradingView has all the data. Now that's another thing. It needs all the data. So yes, volume can go negative on OBV. So you just got to be very careful. I figured that out with Bitcoin and the perpetual contracts for Binance, but you got to use Bitstamp because it needs more data so that it will have positive volume in the OBV. So bringing it back to here, so finding that sort of consolidation, right? So and consolidation, once like, all right, this is a trend. That's clearly a trend. Now you got your low here, higher low there, higher high, higher low, high high, lower low, right, equaling to here, potential support. So that's your swing. That's your major swing low. There's your swing high, and it returns here, but it doesn't break. It wicks down, but it doesn't break major swing low. So until it breaks major swing low, right, and it breaks the new major swing high, then everything in between is considered consolidation, right? Like that. So now you're looking for the break of this, so which will be here, right? On this candle. So if you've got that consolidation range on here, now you're breaking down, right? So if you were to use this and this, if you wanted a safer conservative approach, then you'd wait for it to break, okay, break out of consolidation. Otherwise, you look for your consolidation like that, and then you take the break here, so you get a better entry here, right? In regards to getting, look, you do get an entry here, see that, a break, retest, and short, okay. So that's one way to use OBV, OBV with consolidation. And we've got VWAP lines here, so volume weighted average price. So volume is king, VWAP is queen, right? Because it's the average price. So volume, OBV is it's an oscillator. It's simple and easy to use. When the market closes higher than the previous period, the volume is added. When the market closes lower than the previous period, the volume is subtracted. So it's just the addition and subtraction between the buying and selling of the price. This provides a running total of volume and can give us simple divergences of higher / lower prices that are not confirmed by volume. So or like the volume down here. Okay, so we've got a high. Well, we do have a high with a high. Let's see here, high there, high here, but a low there. So we've got a little bit of divergence if we use the volume bars here. It comes back to a returning high here. Our highs are supported here, but the equal highs are there, so equal highs are there. So it's pretty in line in terms of looking for divergence there. But the lows are here and here, right? Now they're pretty equal, but the lows here drop. So this is, and you can see it on the bars here as well, right? So the higher, you've got high volume here on the lows, right? High volume here on the lows there. So if there is high volume on the lows, we're seeing price action between buyers and sellers. The buyers are clearly trying to keep the price above, or they're trying to buy in, so they're looking for that move there. They get it and they sell off. Right, slow bleed, another bit of a push there, strong push, right, another little sell off, smaller push. So you got impulsive, bleed, impulsive, small, big push, then then sort of like a bleed, push, bit of indecision, slow push, evening star, and there we go. We start to break out. So our, even though we're getting some highs here, it's just that the OBV is telling us that we're not going any higher. Right, so and the volume bars are under the moving average in that consolidation phase, so that could be considered low volume, right? If it's under the moving average, it could be considered low volume. Okay, so it's there is some buy momentum. Look, you get it popping out here, but you get popping out here, and then that signal here, this bar here signals that yep, we're high volume there at the top. It's not going any further. The rest is low volume, so it's not, price isn't too supported at this price range in this point in time, and then we drop out. So if I was to use just complete volume and VWAP like this, then that's what I'd be doing. So now the green line of VWAP is the daily VWAP, which resets every day, and the blue is the weekly, which resets every week. And then you've got the orange, which is the monthly, and the red, which is the quarterly. So 3 monthly. So they're pretty important things, because look at that, the monthly and the quarterly, they do quite well together when price is above. Okay, price is above the weekly, it's generally considered an uptrend. If it's under, then depending if it's still an uptrend, it's look at pullback, uptrend, pullback. Now drop below, that's a decent drop below, especially in the quarterly and the monthly VWAP there. which would be cause for concern if it wasn't picked up straight away. But if in something in a situation like this, could also be considered a buying opportunity, right? Sort of buying opportunity. So and it did get picked up pretty quick. So and then you get a real push, nice impulsive move. Okay, consolidation, right? Consolidation. So slow move up. Then there's that consolidation there, right? So now that'd be a good one to look for a breakout, because you get that nice sharp bullish engulfing there. So now let's push up, market structure, consolidation here, right? So looking for you want to be looking at some bearish candles, bearish engulfing, a little bit of pullback, consolidation there. So that little push there, you get that. You've got a high with a high and a high and a low, so that's divergence. Now you're consolidating again. So you've got that line there, push down. No, nothing's broken the swing high, breaking to new lows. A lot of volatility. So yeah, that drop under the 3 monthly, the quarterly, and under the monthly and the weekly, bearish, very bearish, massive bearish pressure. So obviously this bullish engulfing gives it a bit of a signal for a reset. So and that's I'd definitely be keeping that level in reference for future. So we've had a dip there, dip here. Obviously that low is not corresponding with that low. So equal low with a low and a lower low. I'm pretty sure it's bullish divergence. So, but you can clearly see that there's a pool of liquidity there. So we dip in here and another dip there, and then we're off. So that's that. That's how you can use OBV. So you look for those type of levels of accumulation, right? Distribution up at the top. So you got the drop here. You got change in market structure there. You've got candles breaking under VWAP, breaking under the weekly, breaking under the weekly, breaking under the weekly, breaking under the weekly there. And it's also below the monthly and the 3 monthly, so it's pretty much in correspondence. So it's considered bearish. Then you got a change in structure here, and you come back to that sort of pool of liquidity where it pushes out again. So 1, 2, 3, and dips in again. So according to the buyers and sellers, the contracts, even though it's not down here, it's telling you that that this potential consolidation area phase right here is a bullish push, bullish momentum. So and it does break over that that quarterly, which is very bullish, and off it goes. Now we're way out in front, for this quarter, which ends, I think it ends this month. Yeah, because 9th is 10, 11, 12, yeah. Oh no, still got one more month in the quarterly to go. What am I saying? So, but we're just at the end of the month now, so this will reset back up there. The quarterly will still keep going. So as far as I can tell, Sol probably still got a bit of run into it, unless it starts to break under that weekly. We'll see next month. Otherwise, yeah, like VWAP's pretty good. It's purely based on the average price. OBV is based on the pluses and the minuses of each previous period. So obviously if the buyers are more than the sellers, then OBV is going to go up. If they're equal, even though to us this is consolidating, right? OBV is here, right? Well, it's increased dramatically above here, yeah. So you're looking for that break. hmm Which is that candle there, yeah. Right. So there's your breakout of that consolidation zone here. Um, so yeah, you'd be entering on this candle, either this candle or this candle. That's where your entry would be if you're looking for breakouts of consolidation of OBV. So because even though it's going sideways, even though it's going down here, right? The overall buying pressure is what OBV and selling pressure is what OBV will show you. So obviously, if there's more buyers than sellers, then OBV is going up. As so, if there's more sellers than buyers, then OBV is going to get down. And that's how you can get those zones. So you can really apply consolidation, accumulation, distribution with OBV. So accumulation is where people are buying, distribution is where people are taking profits or shorting the market. Anyway, I hope that OBV and volume is it's the probably yes it's the number one, like number one. It's number one thing that you can do. And then obviously if you can read candles, so obviously bearish engulfing candles. You got doji, so equal buying selling pressure. But even though it's equal, look, it's OBV will still tell you that the buyers sentiment is still winning, even though it is a doji, right? Now that's some might say it's a gravestone doji, but there's bullish, bearish gravestone dojis, right? So it's just because the open and close was in the lower half of that candle, but OBV is still telling us that it's increasing in buyer momentum. All right, so according to the calculation, we've still got buying pressure. That's the good thing about OBV. And then the candles can tell us a story as well, So the evening star, bullish spinning top, potential reversal patterns, bearish engulfings. So we've got complete buying pressure here and here, right? So the wicks there, like even though it's a dip here, the wicks tell us that there's buying pressure here. So we've got a sort of a support area, bang, pushes up. Look, more support. Look, a little bit of a break under. But if you compare the lines of support in here, it's pretty good on OBV. OBV is still giving you an increase. So, and it's just those minor things, and that's why drawing those consolidation boxes when using this type of tool is important. So you get the highs, the lows of here, and drag it across. And like I said, as soon as you see that break, that's your entry signal. So the box makes it a lot more clearer. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that's everything that that's everything that in how volume can be used. Alright, now let's go to Bitcoin, because there is another example that I have seen. So I'll delete all that. Right, now OBV on here is I'll just use Bitstamp. Okay, 4 hour. So you've got that consolidation, right? It's pretty clear. It's pretty clear. Okay, so you're consolidating here, right? Now in these candles, you know, you're consolidating in by according to this box, right? But according to this box, your consolidation is just in these candles here, right? So here to there, and it's actually showing you it's losing momentum, right? And it shows you down here as well, these bars here, and then an increased bearish pressure on that candle, right? And that's just the only reason why we get that is because, you know, we can see that there wasn't too much selling pressure, so it's more just buying pressure. But the high here is not congruent with the high here, so it gives us that divergence. All right. So that's giving us divergence. So, you know, even though it consolidated to push up, it doesn't have the volume to hold, right? So, and that would be considered a fake out. So, you know, you don't want to be buying up there. So your next bit of consolidation is that bit, right? And then you're just looking for that breakout, so which is this candle here. Okay, so there's the breakout. Potentially look for a retest back up. So, or you know, you can use that weekly VWAP there as your retest and you short. Okay, so short like that, break of the weekly, potential long. You've got your consolidation box in here. Right now, because crypto's so fast paced, you know, you only get little consolidations like that. You know, you only get little consolidations like this. So you got to be keeping your eyes open on stocks. These goes for months. You know, that's why it's probably easier to trade stocks than crypto, because you can get consolidation phases that are fucking forever. Alright, so here, so there's your breakout here. Like that, bang. Alright, so you get your lows here. They continue, even though it's dropping. Like if you see the lows here, lows, but the lows low, high, right? It's divergence. It's not congruent. So if you're, you know, if you did get in on this candle, right? Stop loss, whatever it is, 2%. Oh, you can get, you know, maybe you wouldn't get that. So it's only 1.8, but you do get a couple of opportunities to get out before it starts dropping again, and you get stopped out here, which sort of comes back to that box. So if you bought, if that was your consolidation phase in here, and that's your breakout phase, then, you know, your breakout again would be here, right? So on this candle. So it's just, and you know, you'll get better with recognizing the consolidation zones the more that you do it, and then you're really just buying breakouts all the time using OBV. So, and then you can sort of find you know, pools of liquidity. So if you bought here, look at that, buy here, right? So you buy on these candles. up, buying the break here, it's up, and now we're sort of back. So buying the break and going back up. Okay. So we'll see if that holds at 48k. It's doing alright at 48k. So I'd say the alts, they should be doing pretty good since it's been holding. Waves, oh yeah. Waves exploded. So yeah, look at that. You're just looking for that consolidation like that. So Carver. Yeah, look, let's not look at what's already sort of gone. Okay. So like that. Sort of in a distribution zone. Like obviously, we do want to see we want to see price increase, but we've got price being lower. OBV just sort of throwing divergence there. But if you wanted to, if what you wanted to do, you could put a horizontal line here, and then you do a crossing of the horizontal line. So I'm pretty sure if OBV crosses, it will give me an update. So yeah, on balance volume, so potential breakout, right? There you go, it's done. Alright, so put that right nice and close. So if it does pop out, now we know. Alright. Now the candle could be low. It could be low, and we could get a fake out. So we've got to sort of have a look at market sentiment. We're bullish, bearish. We're under the weekly VWAP. So under the weekly VWAP there, we're above the monthly. This would have been a good buy here. So right in here, that would have been a better buy. RLC, let's have a look. So yeah, daily and the weekly a reset. We're consolidating in here, right? So it's that consolidation phase here. We're in the lower half once again. Let's look at previous. Alright, well, what's happened here? So we've gone up, it's good, broken out about there, and so if we can repeat history and break out there, that's what we're looking for. Sell. So it's a new week, Monday. Sell's pretty good. Like it's got we're under that volume shelf. Oh yeah, that's that volume profile thing. So showing you where what price had the most amount of volume. So that's about the price that had the most amount of volume. And obviously you can see where it sort of waned off. So buying and selling pressure. OBV's going down. So I'll be waiting for something probably around here for it to spike again. Alright, so that'd be like my potential accumulation zone or demand zone. SPX. SPX looks pretty good. Look, you got pretty much got a volume shelf right where price is. So there's some support there. So look, previous here, yep, up. Sort of just every time it sort of dipped in, it's held well. So you got a nice dip in here and a big push. Pretty good. Another push. last long, but what happened here? Alright, so that'll be my area that I'll be looking for. Which sort of lines up. There's some support. Okay, you've got some volume that's supported in here, here. That the current highest shelf is here. You got support off the monthly VWAP. But the daily and the weekly are coming very close to that monthly, so obviously it's got to come close because it's coming to the end of the month. Well, it doesn't have to come close, but in this case it is coming close, but it is going to reset and they're all going to be together very soon. But it wouldn't give me great confidence. Like, I don't really want to see the price going under the monthly VWAP. So price going under the weekly, okay, daily fine, but coming under the monthly, that means that the monthly weighted average price is sort of where it's at. So if you get that return to these levels, then price is clearly ballooned, it's inflated, and it's not accepted up there at all. Yeah, Doge is pretty consistent. It's always been about that much. 20 cents. Lit looks pretty healthy. Looks healthy. Oh, that's good. It's consistently up. So, yeah, high. Support on the lows. Bearish, that's bullish divergence. Could be one to look for. Oh, Luna. Nice volume shelf in there. This is 4 hour. Yeah, but just maybe 38.2. It's had a dip. There's low volume here. Bit of volume there. Low volume there. How long we got? It's 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock until we sort of start thing. Okay. Stop loss just below support, right? So about 8% stop loss, which is a decent stop loss, 8%. Trend's still intact, so it probably might just wait a dip in here. But Luna looks pretty good. What else? XRM. Oh yeah. Yeah, push up. So we'll see what it does. We had another push up from there. So this could be a demand zone. Alright. So now we'll just be looking for that break. Alright. Could be, big oh. Could also yeah, big flag. major swing low to major high, right, still consolidating. 61.8, so you'd be aiming at the 0. 27.27 would be second target, first target 0. That's Monero. So low volume there, low volume. So just a slow bleed. So yeah, even though it's, so we've got low volume, so now we're just looking for that increase in volume. Any type of significant increase could potentially, signify that a breakout is due. If if there is something, and if there is just purely buyers and it's just pushing up but it's low, you could potentially look for a reversal. It's not really supported, isn't too much market interest. So this is already played. See that? There's the breakout on that candle there. There's your consolidation in here. Right. Boom. Right, low volume. Bang. And there's your break. Nice support off the monthly VWAP there. A little bit of a push up from here. Reversal from here. Nice push up from there. So OBV is like the plus and minus of these bars, you know what I mean? So plus that one equals up here, right? And that bar minus that equals that move, and then that bar minus that equals this move. So that's what OBV really is. So if you can think of like, alright, yep, so that plus that equals that move, then minus that equals that move, then plus that equals that move up, and then plus that again equals that move up there. So that's what OBV is in correlation with the candles, yeah, or the bars, the volume bars. So that's why it's like that. So obviously, the more data it has, then the more it will give you. If you zoomed in here, it'll give you like that. So you can definitely use these to give you an advantage. Just trying to read the things. Just trying to think if there's anything else that I can think of. just like a momentum. So fluctuation above and below zero line can be used to aid other trading signals. The Klinger oscillator sums accumulation, buying, and distribution of volumes at a given time. So, but OBV if OBV is going down, distribution. So which is this line here. So it's distribution, and you could look for that break above. Let's have a look. So the trigger line, right? So the break above, and then look for, it could support a buying signal somewhere along here, for a breakout of that consolidation. So if that was your consolidation phase, right, then and you're looking for that break, buying any retest there for a potential long just in here. Buying, looking, that's you want to look for that sort of sideways motion here. There's the break. So sideways motion and shorting on this one. So you get a little bit of an earlier signal here. So the break there under and shorting there on the zero line for that move there. It's coming into consolidation again, right? So otherwise you can just use your support and resistance. You got to watch those wicks, right? Those are manipulation, right? They're there to if you are taking a short in here, they're there to wreck you, So nice break there. Nice impulse move. And there is another one, the Chaikin money flow. I have used it. It's obviously you do want to sort of look for those that rise in price like that. So rising in consolidation as well. Same with OBV. Look, you got that. So you got OBV here's that consolidation box, and then you're just looking for the breakout and retest. Bang, there's a breakout and retest easy there. So chalk and money flow drops here, giving you a low, but there is a rise. But if you buy the break into the positive territory here, it just looks a bit too late. I'm not sure. You'd have to buy the break, so that means you'd have to buy the open candle. At least with here, you get that candle there as a retest, or this candle here, break and retest. So these three volume indicators are mathematical formulas that are visually represented in the most commonly used charting platforms. Each indicator uses a slightly different formula, and traders should find the indicator that works best for their particular market approach. Indicators are not required, but they can aid in the trading process decision. There are many volume indicators to choose from. The following provides a sampling of how several of them can be used. So OBV is a simple but effective indicator. Volume is added, and then starting with an arbitrary number, when the market finishes higher, volume is subtracted when the market finishes lower. So volume is subtracted when the market finishes lower. So like I was just saying, plus minus, and that's how you get that. You can tell you if it's sideways, or if there is momentum increasing in what we determine as sideways action by our eyes, just from looking like this, because we haven't taken into consideration all the wicks. So but as long as you're trading within your type of plan, whatever that may be, anything can work as long as you backtest it.